Take you through all the goals and go back to the beginning of the game when the Rangers had so many chances to score. It's a different look from Northwell Health, and it's a great-looking goal for Chris Kreider.
Yes, and some positive work from Anthony DeAngelo being back in the lineup. And a lot of this starts with the Rangers and how active their D were, Al. You can see Stahl here coming down the wall. He sets that into motion. He has an opportunity right here to go to Kreider, and he looks for it. But it's the quick recovery that we saw in the next goal as well, as Zibanejad stays on the puck. And that was the constant theme. Now we see DeAngelo going down the right side boards. He's looking for the same play. And the really neat thing to me here is the positioning of Kreider. All of his goals are scored within a stick length of the goaltender, and for good reason. That's exactly the play you want to make from the corner there. DeAngelo is in the deep dead angle. He has no shot whatsoever. I like the fact that he throws that puck to the top of the crease, Al, where the goalie has to reach for it, and it's not on net. If it's on net, that's an easy save for Quick. He's going to get the freeze, and it's going to be a face-off. But anytime I see the Ranger defenseman going down the walls like that and throwing it to the top of the crease, it's a positive play.
Okay, so that was lead number one. That would go away late in the first period, into the intermission, and then in the very first minute of the second period, the Rangers scored to take a second lead.
Right. And again, we're talking about the way that they were able to get LA to turn and the way that LA was getting confused. They were recovering pucks. I thought Mika Zibanejad did a nice job early in this hockey game to set that up. All of his speed, we saw Bunievis do it. A number of the forwards made LA look slow, and they made LA look old. And that's why I thought this was a game the Rangers should have definitely closed out, and that's why it's a tough one to swallow on a loss. Because you see plays like this and the control the team did have and how frequently they were at the net, Al. I thought they demanded the puck, they stayed on the puck, and everybody had second and third opportunities because they were first. So you see the play here where Zuccarello gets two shots and the third one goes in. That started much earlier in that shift for Zibanejad. It started on the first play. As soon as they come over the blue line, there's a puck going to the net from Zibanejad to Kreider. It just misses. They recover 5 pucks, and the fifth one goes in. So there's a lot of work here when you back it up and you trace it backwards. The Rangers were very strong offensively in this game, I thought.
So 2-1 heading to the third period. And then, I'm not sure if it's a giveaway or a takeaway, but Andrei Kopitar has the puck. And these guys, these core guys, they still are who they are. And this is a nasty backhand.
See, that's a good point about them. Kopitar, you're going to have Doughty and Quick, and you still have a nucleus there that LA thinks they can build around. And look, giveaways and takeaways are a big part of why Kopitar is who he is and why he's been so great in the NHL. Getting him to the slot on his backhand, that's a tough read for any goalie. So that goal happens, and then McQuaid takes this penalty here for delay of game over the glass. Then you're thinking the Rangers are in trouble here, but McQuaid answers. He's out of the box, and he scores the goal. He's the hero. And you're thinking everything's going to turn in favor of the Rangers at this point, Al. The Rangers are getting pucks to the net. There's still a lot of offense. And you've got to like the fact that McQuaid comes back that way. And we're going to go over his, it's not a gaffe, it's not a mistake on his part on the Kempny goal, but he was a big part of a lot of what was happening in the third period.
Okay, it looked like the Rangers were going to seal this up. Their puck possession in the last few minutes of regulation was pretty amazing, I thought. But we get to the final minute, and that's when LA stuns the crowd.
And this is where you have to look at this goal again. And I'm telling you right now that Kempny's stick comes up on McQuaid where it just catches him and it takes him off of what he really needs to do, which is control Kempny's stick. He's got to come over the stick here. That's a problem. You've got to get under it. And the problem there for him, though, is he's looking for a call maybe, and I think we'll hear about that in the postgame. But, you see here with Zibanejad hitting the post, Al, that's how close the game is to being over. And my feeling here on this play is that Toffoli is trying to go high glove side, and he misses his shot. He fans on his shot, and that's why it goes 5-hole. You're going to hear that from Lundqvist. I'm sure he's going to talk about how that shot he thought was going to be going high, and it went 5-hole.